The enemy is your mind. The only possible enemy that you can have in life is your own mind. This is based on physics. This is based on chemistry and biology. This is based on religion, spirituality. This is the knowledge of human design. You see, we are a unique reflection of biological creativity, at the very least. All the species which have come before us, all the animals, the birds, the bees, insects, even the previous humans, the Neanderthals or the Cro-Magnon, they were different from us, greatly, greatly different from us. But one thing that sets us apart as the nine-centered human is that there are no enemies in truth. There are no enemies on the physical plane, in the world around you. It's simply not possible. The only place an enemy can arise is within your own mind. And the only way that enemy can have power over you is if you let it. You see, our mind is built out of what we are not. The very foundations of the mental awareness come from your openness, your receptivity, not your activations and your definitions, but your openness to be conditioned by the outer world. That's what your mind is built out of. So today, let's dive right into a chart. We're going to go into July 27th, 1999. So just yesterday, they turned, 21, 22? So we're looking at an emotional generator today with 4 undefined centers. So this mind is built out of splenic, ego, mental, and inspirational sources. The spleen, the splenic center, is the source of our existential survival awareness. This is where the immune system actually originates from. This is what really keeps us alive on this planet. And we share this awareness with all other life forms, except the single-celled organism. A single cell only has a sense of self and the sacral, with the channel of the 15-5 giving it a built-in definition and rhythm. But in the splenic center, we have that existential awareness for survival. This is where fear comes from. It's actually not an emotion, it's the primary awareness of life. And when you don't have a defined spleen, when your spleen is undefined, then you have an inconsistent way of regulating the immune system. And so your mind might hold on to things that are bad for you because it gives some sense of consistency. There's a lot of people struggling with challenges like that. Even more so with the heart, the undefined heart, gate 51, gate 21, defined in design with this person. They have an unconscious shock in their life and an unconscious desire to take charge of the situation. And it's in an undefined heart, an undefined ego, meaning there is an unregular and inconsistent way of relating to personal will. And when the mind tries to fill in for this center, it creates a lack of self-worth. You see, when there is a defined heart, there's a regularity in that sense of self-worth. But when the heart is undefined, these people can easily get wrapped up in proving themselves to other people or improving themselves. And that's very common. Same as the head center all the way on the top. The head and the heart are around 70% of our population has these undefined. And the head center is actually what creates the inspiration for our mind. You see, the head, the crown, is only connected to the conceptualizing mind. And this is what pressures our mind to create concepts. And as such, when it is undefined, there is an inconsistent sense of inspiration. The world is conditioning you to be inspired. And this means that people with an undefined crown can be preoccupied with things that do not matter to them as a unique manifestation of biological creativity. A very common problem. And it's not even a problem when it doesn't run your life. Like, I have an undefined head center, and I'm living my strategy and authority. So the vast majority of the time, my body is making decisions and controlling what happens in life. But sometimes my mind will get wrapped up into something that has no meaning to anything ever. But it's fascinating, and I just go into it, and it's interesting, and I enjoy myself. Because it just happens. This is life. And last but certainly not least, for these undefined centers, we have the mind, the conscious mind. When undefined, the conscious mind tries to prove itself to others by pretending certainty. Now, this is different from trying to prove oneself in the heart to other people. This isn't based on a sense of self-worth, but in the mind doesn't want to appear foolish, you see. When the mind is inconsistent, unregular, in an undefined mind, it might pretend to be certain to other people so as to not appear foolish. So those are just 4 of the strategies and the ways in which your mind can try and pull you away from the innate beauty of your essence. So that's been about 6 minutes. If you enjoyed this, feel free to reach out. We can always learn more. Take care of yourself. Peace.